Okay, and we should be live. If you guys just want to say something, make sure sounds all good.
Sir,
Go.
Esteban, I like it, Esteban,
Okay, I think that's
I
enough.
like it.
I think that's enough hype.
Sorry, I just had to get that in there. I've been singing it all day.
Fair play. I mean, it was a nice win against Barca. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the Peer Pressure Podcast, weekly live show covering all of the essential topics ahead of Game Week 13. I'm joined by my two co-hosts. First with our Chelsea regular Stark. How are you, bro?
Top of the world, champions of the world, in fact,
Okay.
world champions.
Our other co-host is Man United supporter and FPL Elite King Kayman. He's very disappointed after that Everton performance, right?
Speechless, bro. The less we talk about it, the better it is,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I agree
So,
with you.
yeah.
100%. Our guest for Game Week 13 is part of one of the most successful FPL podcasts on YouTube. His management style is one of a kind. I even remember him captaining Gavardiol in a double game week a few seasons ago. 54 points, 2 goals, 2 clean sheets. That is, and also the Doku moment where I think you sold Doku, was it Adam? Before he smashed it. Like there's some classic moments that I remember. So let's all welcome Adam from Above Average. How's your week going, man?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, I was pretty much used to. I was getting myself ready for the fact that you couldn't introduce me as an elite manager or a top 10k or anything like that because I haven't had one. But yeah, everyone remembers me for the Doku where I sold Doku as part of a -8 1 minute before the deadline, and he scored 22 points. So yeah, why not? That was one of the most bizarre decisions. I think I sold James Ward-Prowse as part of that as well, and I think he double-digited the following week as well. So, when it rains, it pours. Thank you very much for having me.
We also do. You do have some good holes in your catalog. Like that Gavardio captain is crazy. Do you remember that?
I think one of the biggest ones from Vardiol was like he hadn't scored in a year, and the last time he scored was at St James's Park, and they were away at Newcastle, and he scored again. So, and I got all of the points, clean sheet, everything, and it was weird because I was looking at obviously Ruben Dias scores this weekend, and I'm like, well, it's just something about these centre back, left backs for City against Newcastle that something just must click for them in that fixture. I don't know why.
100%. Well, we are very excited to get into it today. We're going to be talking a lot of chips. We're going to be talking triple captaincy, free hit. We've got the team reveals at the end. So it's going to be a super, super good pod today. First, let's get the plugs out of the way, though, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Kayman and the Above Average FPL YouTube, make sure to go and subscribe to both of them. It's going to take like 10 seconds. Their links are one of the first few in the video description. And also, if you want more from us, we do offer our private FPL Discord Patreon, where you get custom team insight into what we actually think you guys should do. You get my private captaincy analysis for Patreon members only. And, if you've played FPL for a while, this Christmas period is very busy. So you are going to get your money's worth with these midweek rounds coming up. Where do we want to start today? I guess we could start with let's go chips. I think we'll start with the chips. Free hit and wildcard are probably on the lips of most people this week. We'll start with Adam. If you're free hitting this week, do you think that Mohamed Salah would be an inclusion for you? And in terms of Liverpool, how hard do you think you would go there?
The fixtures are quite clearly in favour of those 4 teams, right? Liverpool, City, Brentford, Villa. I think you just have to lean fully in on those teams. I think you've got it almost perfectly here on the right. I haven't put together a free hit draft. I just don't, obviously for me personally, I don't see the need to, and Baker's going through that right now. So he's doing that. But I think the way I play the game would be I would just lean into all 4 of those teams, just go all in. So yes, Salah would be in there for me 100%, provided that you could afford it. And I think it is possible. Like it looked possible. You're showing it's possible here. So yeah, I think Salah's a really good pick. I would try and get Van Dijk in there. Now, I don't love the defense, but I also know that West Ham's set pieces are absolutely woeful. So I would try and get a third Liverpool in there somehow, but yeah, I'd probably sacrifice all of my bench completely, just trusting that just trying to get everything I can from it.
Yeah, Stark, what do you think about the free hit this week? Is it something that you think looks really good? Do you think you would save the free hit if you had it? You think it's team dependent? And what kind of picks do you think you would look at this week?
On paper, I think it's a great free hit. I'm similar to Adam. I'd lean into all the teams that have the home fixtures against like the prime fixtures to target. To be fair, I did that in 4, and I tripled up on Liverpool against Burnley. And you know what? I suffered because of it. And I actually left out Semenyo, and he dunked like a double-digit haul on my head, and it just kind of negated any success I had on my free hit. So maybe it's not a bad thing to pick some high EO players in a free hit so that it kind of mitigates any potential damage that you can receive. Like a bit of like a risk adverse free hit to an extent. But I think that free hit is solid. I would probably have Salah. West Ham are pretty pants. I don't know if I'd have both Salah and Szoboszlai though, just in case he plays right back.
Yeah, well, we can
Overall, I think it's good.
we can touch on the midfielders because I think it's an interesting landscape on free hit 13, that final midfielder spot. I think Sade's relatively nailed, Rodgers as well, but then it's the final midfield spot. I think you could consider Ismail Assar. Apart from that though, I don't think it's great. Maybe an Elliot Anderson, but even then you're stretching a little bit. It's just not very great, the options, in my opinion. Like, just go Foden, and that's why I've picked Szoboszlai, because I think the fixture's just there. You gotta hope Liverpool score some goals. Kayman, I don't know what you think about the free. I know you still have the chip, and you were, I think, considering it this week. What do you think about the free hit 13? And are you looking to play it? What picks do you like? What do you not like about it? I can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you, Kayman. You might be on mute.
Sorry, I was in mute. Apologies. Yeah, I think it's a very good week to free hit. I think if you don't have, for example, any I'll say Brentford attack, or if you don't have any Liverpool attack, and I think the prime fixtures, of course, City. Of course, I know we all have Haaland, but if you have no one else except for Haaland, I think it is a very good week to free hit. The only thing that is putting me off is the result that that United game that we've seen. Is I thought there was a bit of a turning moment for us in the last 5 weeks, where we actually did get some results, where we had 2 draws and 3 wins, I believe. So I thought there were some positive signs, but of course now that Sheshko and Cunha is injured, uh, we look like our old selves, if not worse. So all of a sudden now dropping Palace players against United seems stupid, to be honest, even on free hit. And a lot of us are on double or tripled up on Palace already. That's the one thing that's also negative about free hitting, because you don't want to load up on the players that you already have. And second of all, I would say it is not too difficult to get a second City this week, because the fixture swing is this week. So if you have a transfer to, you can jump on a Foden or a O'Reilly or a Guardiola if you wanted to. So you can cover that way. And Thiago, of course, again, another player that you can buy long term. It all depends on how many transfers
Yeah,
you have, and how much you can get to, right?
I agree.
With my team specifically, I already have a Brentford covered with Thiago. I have City covered with Haaland, but I'm going to get a second asset, whether it be a defender or an attacker. And the only thing I'll be missing is Liverpool, and I'll be missing. That's about it. So I'll
Okay.
be free hitting for
Well,
Liverpool.
Villa as
Oh,
well,
sorry,
right?
Villa as well. Apologies. Yeah, Villa as well. Yeah, of course, Villa as well. But then I would argue that Bournemouth have a somewhat decent fixtures playing Sunderland away.
so
So it's
Kayman,
Bournemouth versus gone.
I'll show you the other 2 weeks that I think, and a lot of the analytical community thinks, is probably the highest EV in terms of expected
Mhm.
value, and that's 14 and 16. Now 14's a midweek, which means minutes are less locked, but I still think you can pick good minutes picks in 14. And I do kind of like the 14 draft. Like, you go heavy on Man United, home to West Ham. You got Semenyo in there. The midfield's very strong. I think you're going to get minutes. You'll be able to predict minutes from all of the defenders. And I've taken this free at 14 straight from what Review's saying, and Review thinks double Liverpool defense is the way. Then you've also got free at 16, which also looks pretty great. And it actually wants us to back against Haaland, go Saka, Bruno, Salah, Palmer, all at home. two cheap strikers against promoted teams, and then a backline with double Arsenal. What do you think, Adam? Out of all the free hits that you've seen, 13, 14, 16, what do you think has the highest upside, I guess? What's your thoughts?
I would probably leave 14 alone, personally. I mean, the fixtures are great. And I think one thing you've seen from Palace already, yes, they've got a relatively small squad, but this is just another midweek game for them. So Glasner can just run the same as he's done already. I mean, he might use it as an opportunity to, rotate a little bit in defence, because I don't know what the guy's name is, but the young lad who plays centre back as well, he's already started a game and he's already played 90 when Gahey was out. And he was fantastic that week. So that would concern me. Again, Haaland. I mean, maybe yesterday was Haaland's rest. Like, he still played like half hour or whatever it was, but maybe that is just Haaland's rest. I still don't love it though. As much as that, I still don't love it. I really like 13 as it is, to be honest. And I think one of the things you mentioned there about Palace and Man U, I think we have to remember, obviously, that Palace are still playing midweeks as well. They've got to go to Strasbourg, maybe? Is it Strasbourg this week, I think?
Yeah.
So they go away to Strasbourg this week, and then they're back to play United. I think that's a good opportunity for United to, they're going to want to bounce back. And apart from last week, like, United's attack's been really, really good. So it's a really good opportunity to take on Palace defence. I think that Sar's probably still a good option, but I said it already, I just love the fact these 4 fixtures are so good in this week, and I would probably free hit this week if it was me.
Cool. Stark, what's your...
It's also a great week just to come in and reinforce what Adam's saying, essentially. It's also a good week to take on Arsenal defence. People don't have 2 anymore, but I back Chelsea. I back us to score against Arsenal. But yeah, it's like, in that sense, it's a nice week to kind of go against the template. But like Kayman was saying, I do think someone like a Foden or an O'Reilly, potentially you might want them long term for this run. So it's like, is it counterintuitive to just free hit them in and not bring them in long term?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Like, that's one thing for me. Like, I think picks, like, if Foden smashes this week, I think everybody's going to want him. Everybody wants Thiago anyways. I think Villa are the one that you really get to maximize this week, as well as obviously Liverpool, but you probably prefer Liverpool at home rather than away. What would
counter what I was saying? To counter what I was saying quick, maybe instead of going for a Foden, maybe you could experiment with a Doku, because we all know Doku you can't rely on in terms of like a prolonged period of fixtures, but on a 1 week fixture against a low block, who can explode, right? And there's no risk. You don't have to worry each week. It's just that 1 week, and they're the early kickoff. So I'd experiment with a Doku.
Yeah, the only thing one thing I don't like about 13 is that 14's the first midweek, right? And it just makes minutes a little bit iffy for me, especially Fulham away is going to be a tough game for City. I know they've got a good record there, but it's still Saturday, Tuesday turnaround. Then they've got Sunderland, they've got Madrid coming up. So I do like Doku, but I think you're getting probably 80 minutes max from him, which is enough. Probably enough on a free hit. What would your triple city be, guys? Do you think on a free hit?
Go on, Adam.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about Doku in that sense, but yeah, I think I probably would lean into Doku, actually, and maybe that's an opportunity to get away from, say, a double Liverpool midfield, or, I mean, probably wouldn't want a double Villa midfield. Again, I'm kind of tunnel visioned when I come to these things. That's kind of how I play the game. Like, once I've got these 4 teams in, I'm like, how can I fit them? Which piece do I want?
Well, you could get Van Dijk in, right? If you freed up O'Reilly, right? Go Foden, Doku, and then go Van Dijk.
Precisely, and you probably need to take money out of Munoz to make it work. But in that scenario, but that would work for me. I think Haaland, Foden, Doku, or even Haaland, Doku, O'Reilly would work for me either way.
What about
I
you?
think historically speaking, it would have been Foden. I think based on the resume that he has and the type of asset he is, and even now you could still pick him. But I think one thing to note is that he does play quite low.
What's
In
the
terms of
resume this season?
no, but I'm saying strictly speaking, like the way the asset he is, he won the Premier League Player of the Year. Has Doku done that? Like how much year has come on?
He
Well,
hasn't played enough minutes to do that, has he?
that's what I'm saying. Well, even then, Doku is not execution has not been great. We've known this for a
It's
while, but
improved
obviously
this
because
year,
he
though. He's obviously taken a step up.
scored 1 goal.
Yeah, but his final product has been much better this year. Quite clear.
Yeah. I mean, yes, he looked electric, right? I think he's improved his say crossing a lot more. He's a bit more efficient now. Before he used to just jamming crosses. I think Foden is still good if you have the money because of the better minutes, and I think analytics will prefer him. I don't know if Benjy can maybe correct me on that. But
Yeah.
in terms of the ad test, I think Doku is more in more favorable position to get an assist or a goal. I think you're more likely to get an assist from a Doku than a goal. With Foden, I think the upside is higher in terms of you like to get a goal more than an assist. I think for a 1 week punt, I think I would go with Adam. I think Doku is probably worth it. But if you're buying, probably Foden.
Cool.
And triple up is easy, so just Haaland and a defender, any defender, O'Reilly probably the most exciting one.
O'Reilly's like, if you look at FootMob, if you look at his shots in the Prem games that he's been starting, he's getting some dangerous shots in some dangerous positions, and I really like his height. I think he's 6'4", so definitely someone who can get on the header as well from a set piece, which leads are vulnerable from. My triple up would probably be Doku, O'Reilly, and Haaland.
And just going back to that O'Reilly point, like only Calafiori is averaging more shots per 90 out of all defenders than O'Reilly. So like he does have that attacking side. He's one of like 4 defenders who's averaging 0.20 per 90 XGI. Like he is quite attacking. He gets into the box. Pep gives him the license. Like he's been linking up with Doku. My only concern is minutes, but on a free hit, you don't need to worry about that. I guess probably the next place to look at is probably Wildcard 13. Would you trust an O'Reilly for minutes, Adam?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think with Aït-Nouri going off to AFCON and the fact that Pep's played him last week, I think means that he doesn't really need to play him that often in the coming weeks. Like it's really important for Aït-Nouri, and I think I'm not disrespecting anyone by saying this, but the guys that play in the Premier League definitely love playing international football more so than the English guys, I think, or that has been in the past in particular. And so, like, these international tournaments are obviously really, really important. And Aït-Nouri's just come back from an injury. He's not going to want to be close to aggravating that, but he'll at least want to be fit. So does that make O'Reilly a better asset if he's maybe a 75-minute guy and then Aït-Nouri comes on and replaces him? You know, we've seen in the past that City can concede late. And when they, if they get 3-4-0 up, they can then concede and it's 3-1, 4-1. Maybe that's good for someone like O'Reilly who retains his clean sheet. You've already said he's absurdly attacking. So maybe that's actually a good thing that for the next few weeks. And then obviously once Aït-Nouri's gone to AFCON, he's just nailed.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I've gone for him on the Wildcard 13 I've built. And look, I know people are not going to agree with it. But for me personally, I think double Arsenal defense is an edge, which is why I've gone Raya plus Saliba. I've gone Van den Berg, so you can rotate him in this week. You don't have to play the double. And then next week, you still have Richards there because you're going to need to bench Thiago, right? Anybody who's looking at that Thiago Haaland front two, he has got Arsenal in 14. You're probably going to want to bench him. So that's why I've put Richards on the bench. You can rotate him in, play that 4-5-1, start leaning into the 4-back a bit more this season. You're loaded up on City. If we come to the fixtures, Man City right at the top of the fixture ticker across the next 12 weeks. Newcastle up there, Liverpool up there, Brentford are up there. Their fixtures are very, very nice. Kayman, any interest in other Brentford apart from Thiago?
Yeah, I think I like Sade a lot. I've owned him in draft from game week 1, and he's done me very good service. And I don't really focus on the draft. I just leave it and I barely do my team, but he's been ticking along nicely. I think he got an assist last week as well, right? I think he won a pen for Thiago.
Yeah.
I think he's very, very good. I used to hate Sade when I used to own Mbimo, and he used to take all the GA from, well, not all the GA, but sometimes he used to take a few GAs away from Mbimo, and he used to be more advanced than him. So I think he's right now he's got the license to do whatever. To be
Mhm.
honest, I mean, he even took a pen, but unfortunately missed it. So I think Sade is very, very good. I think if I had to buy a second Brentford attacker, it would be Sade.
Yeah.
But I think there's something around his suspension, isn't it, Benji? I'm not
He is
sure.
on 4 yellows, Sade. He is
Yeah,
on
there
4
we go. That's
yellows, so
that's
just keep
that's
that
the
in
issue.
mind,
Yeah.
guys. I don't know
Yeah.
what you think, Stock. Any interest in Brentford? Maybe Brentford D, Sade, or is it just Thiago?
I've been looking at Van der Berg guy because I know he can get DEFCON, and I never realized he was 4.5. And I must admit, where I've kind of maybe underestimated Brentford from the start of the season, not really paid attention to their fixture swings. Like, if you go to their fixtures, I was actually very surprised at how nice they are. Apart from Arsenal, obviously, which you can bench, but do you back their defense for cleans? I don't know, but it's probably worth it at 4.5.
Well, if we look at non-pen XGC, right, Brentford are 6th so far, and they have had tough fixtures, so they're not terrible, but from open play, they do drop down to like 14th, 15th-ish. They're very good from set pieces. They're actually top of the league for set piece XGC this season, only conceded from 3, so they do have good aspects to their defense, but only 2 cleans in, 12? I don't think they're
No,
that
do you
great.
know his height? Do you know who has more threat, him or Collins?
So if we
Or not Collins? Anyone?
XGI will say Vandenberg, but it's a little bit like skewed because, for instance, like Rodon's averaging less non-pen XGI than Goodmanson this season, right? So like it's kind of hard to predict for some of these CBs. But all I'm gonna say about Collins is this is a guy who picked up 9 GA last season, right? Like he is a very
Did he?
yeah 9
Oh,
FPL
Collins.
GA, crazy, right? It's ridiculous. So
Well, one thing
But
I know.
Mbimo was there though. Mbimo with those crosses is that deadly. I mean, it's not.
Okay,
I mean,
that's a valid point. But what I would say is the from I did a thread on long throw-ins and the impact of it, and the two teams that have generated the most shots from long throw-ins is Brentford and Palace.
Mhm.
So I can see why like Van der Berg and Collins are on people's radars. I think Brentford before last game week had generated 20 shots from long throws,
wow.
same as Palace, and the third best team was 12. So it just goes to show how they're doing from long throws.
It is mad. It's really difficult with the long throws, I think, though. I mean, because you don't want the guy, or you don't always want the guy that gets the header, right? The first header. You don't necessarily want the guy who gets the first contact. And then what happens is it just becomes chaos, and you cannot predict where that ball's going to land. Like, that's the hardest thing about it. It sounds like a really good thing, right? Oh, we get all these long throws. You know, centre backs are going to be good in this area, which they should be, but they're not always going to. They might just be the guy that wins it, and then if they don't win it, maybe they're just not the guy that heads it in, or
Yeah.
because
it's very random.
yeah,
I'd be
it is. I wish
fascinated.
it was more. I wish it was more predictable, but
I'd be fascinated to see how much Thiago's benefited from it. Maybe even goals, because that is Brentford have scored 3 goals from long throws this season, and Palace have scored 3. So I'd be very curious to see how many Thiago scored from them, because maybe he's the guy that's benefiting from it, right? All the chaos.
It's been Dango mainly. He's been at the end of a few of them. But the way I put it is like, for instance, your thread was excellent on the Palace guys, right? But you got unlucky because Munaz got the shot inside the box from a corner, right? It's so unpredictable, these set pieces. As long as you have an
Yeah,
asset in
yeah,
the box, you've got a chance, right?
that's it.
I owned
Exactly. Yeah.
Saliba when he was scoring off his bum against United, my own team. So like
Do
you
it's
know what's
very
not
unpredictable.
Yeah.
Do you know what's not a coincidence though? The fact that Palace and Brentford both have 2 players that are unbelievable at them. So obviously they've got Coyote. My goodness, he could be an Olympian the way he launches that ball.
Yeah.
And then Palace have got Richards and Lerma.
Yeah, and you're spot on. Palace and Brentford top 3 for set piece XG, and I
But
think that's
I saw Adam's tweet earlier about that thing. You know, the American. Was it Adam that you tweeted about some athletic throw-ins? I don't know. I saw a tweet, funny
it
tweet
was it
earlier.
was
Was
the
it you?
NBA. It was the
Oh,
NBA scout. Yeah, it was like I said, Premier
yeah,
League
I
scouts
saw
are on
that
watch.
tweet. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
but
I was
yeah, I am interested in Brentford. Do you think Collins is worth it, Adam, over Vandenberg? You just go cheap. For like long
I'd probably
term.
just go long term.
Their hit rates both at 50 for DEFCON, 50%. I mean, Collins a little higher, but not much.
I haven't considered Brentford defense at all, to be honest. I mean, I did have a look at a couple of models around what would happen if I remove Raya, and it does say like get Kelleher, like that, because the fixtures are good. I mean, either or. It's not Brentford defense aren't really a pick that I would personally be interested in, but I don't know. Vandenberg seems fine. I would probably pick Collins, to be honest.
Yeah,
I would
go
put
Collins
Thiago
as well.
ahead of them though. I'll put Thiago ahead of them. I think Newcastle D will be better than Brentford D. So if I can get Thiago for the same price, 4.9 million as Collins or Vandenberg, right? I think I would go there if I had an option.
I mean,
And
You know what the thing is?
FFS has their fixtures second in the ticker across the next 12. Go ahead, Sock.
yeah,
I was going to say, as we've seen consistently throughout the season, these centre backs have a 17-pointer in them, and I think one of Brentford's centre backs has that potential because they could get a DEFCON. They're very good from set pieces, and they could get the clean in one of these easy fixtures. So if they get one of those in the next 4, like you're chilling. Like doesn't matter what. Thiago's going to have to be more consistent, I think, with like 6, 8. But if Collins or Vandenberg can get a 17-pointer, you're laughing. I think they're capable, 100%.
If you guys are on Wildcard, would you go with Van Dijk now after what we've seen from the international?
no way,
break?
no way.
No way.
I mean, I uploaded a video with my wildcard draft and free hit draft. I didn't have, to be honest, I had him on my free hit, but I didn't have him on my wildcard.
West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham. Like I just would. I know it hasn't been great, but I just would like that, and then you can just dump him in 19 or 20 whenever you want around there, and see you later. He's done.
I disagree about dumping him because once you're in on Van Dijk, you're in there because it's the fixture trap. You know, it's similar to what we had with the Villa boys. Once I started with them, I couldn't have dropped them because of the fixtures, one after another good fixtures. So it's tough to drop them, you know.
That is really tough. Like what we've seen from,
like they're not gonna not keep a clean sheet in the next 8, 9, 10 games.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will keep 1 or 2, but I don't think they will keep.
Price question?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Adam, you've just cursed them, and they're gonna keep 0 clean sheets now. Yeah, you've just cursed him.
I will. I think they'll keep 3 clean sheets over the next. What's that? 8 fixtures? Yeah, I think they'll keep 3 cleans over the next 8.
Go on the fixture ticker, Benjy. Let's see.
Mate, they're playing Spurs, mate. We don't shoot, so.
Okay, so hold on.
I don't see a clean against West Ham. I think Leeds could be a clean.
Leeds
One of
clean.
Leeds or Sunderland is a clean, I think.
I mean, he's more likely to brace against West Ham, though.
5, 6, 7.
Wait, speaking of Tottenham, don't Tottenham play Brentford twice in the next 7 fixtures?
Yeah, they have the reverse 15 and 19.
15 and 19 are all flipped.
Vandenberg's the lock. The lock. Give me that Brentford defender.
Yeah, Adam's rage.
He's not going to get any DEFCON. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think Brighton score. I think Tottenham score. I think one of Sunderland, Leeds score, and I think West Ham scores. So I see 1 clean and 5. I think Wolves and Leeds are cleans, definitely, but that's later on. Like
1 in 5. 1 in 5.
I don't understand why there's a joke. They've conceded like 20 goals, bro.
Oh,
They're a shocking defense.
Well, Adam, do you own Van Dijk? Do you own him?
Yes.
Okay. I see why the optimism now.
That's why him and
I
Stark,
have to be optimistic.
They both own him, right?
Listen, this is a classic case of form versus fixtures. Like me and Adam are clearly playing the fixtures here because the form is not there, whereas you guys don't own him and you're back in the form to continue to be shite in a sense.
No. I was planning to. I had my pencil in me for Van Dijk this week, and he was basically on trial versus Nottingham Forest, and he's failed miserably. So I'm one of those managers who's being more cautious with my transfers rather than blindly, worshipping fixtures. And I've never been one to, worship fixtures. So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Interesting.
So 50-50, guys, if you're looking for Van Dijk on Wildcard. Let's talk midfielders though, because I think it's quite an interesting dilemma. Salah obviously is going to be the first topic. I guess what we can do is have a look at the cap matrix, right? Because that's going to be important with Salah. I feel you have to be willing to captain him if you're going to go with him, and I think his fixtures are nice. I have to say, like for a guy as consistent as Salah to have blanked 6 out of 12 weeks. I cannot see him going 7 blanks 13, 8 blanks 14. Like, it's too many for his quality. Would you go there, guys, on a wild card, or would you just stick with the template, Bruno, Saka?
Not about sticking to the template for me. For me, it's like value for money, and I just would much rather have Bruno and Saka, 2 talismanic players on pens, than have Salah and I don't know, like a Dewsbury Hall or a King. That's just the way I look at it. I don't think he's justifying his price point.
Did Tottenham score, Adam?
Tottenham scored, yeah. Callum Wiley's just scored. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Wow.
What is going on?
Porro corner.
All of a sudden, we're not buying Brentford defenders now, are we, Stark?
Archie Gray had one cleared off the line, and Callum Wiley's just smashed in the rebound.
There we go. Adam, that Van Dijk clean sheet is going versus Tottenham. I'm telling you, it's gone. It's gone.
Should we be looking at Tottenham picks on free hit, maybe?
No, definitely not. We've used all of our energy and all of our goodwill today already.
Goodness. Hey, now Frank Ball is cooking now. He's back.
What do you think
then,
about
yeah?
Salah, Adam, on wildcard 13? Punt there?
I think you can punt. I think I would punt there if I was on wildcard 13 because you're basically betting on the 4 fixtures that are in front of you, right? And I think there's enough quality at cheap prices that you can go there. We've seen it in the free hit that because you don't need to have more than Haaland plus Thiago. You can kill the spot.
Yeah.
You can have a Dewsbury Hall, a Xhaka, whoever at that price in the midfield, and all the defenders are great. So yeah, I think he's fine. And then once you do turn that around into Palmer or whoever in 16, 17, whichever you choose to do, you've got all the money in the world to make a couple of transfers, and you've got 5 transfers, right? So you just redistribute at that point. So I would, if I was on wildcard 13, I would do that, and then I would use 16 as a vehicle to redistribute those funds.
I wouldn't have Salah based on what I've seen. And as I said earlier, I'm going to be consistent. I would say Salah was also on trial in that Forest fixture, and if I was on wildcard, I think I would have gone without him as well. Although I think it is worth taking a punt if someone was feeling it in their gut feeling, but my gut is just not on him anymore. I think in game 2, I said I would have Salah on wildcard, but after watching versus Forest, I'm out. I'm out.
I think the good thing though about thing about that though is you're not actually taking much risk by not having him because nobody really owns him. So it's really all kind of upside. You do have to sacrifice if you are going to him. Obviously, you're going to be up against Semenyo's and Bumo's and Cunha's and Bruno's. Well, I'm just thinking midfield more than anything. But
the issue is, Adam, is that there's more than just that. There's defenders that you can't own, premium defenders like Munoz. Like, for example, you can't have double Arsenal D.
Can I give a newsflash?
Yeah.
On the topic of Liverpool, they've just gone 2-1 down to PSV.
There we go, Adam.
Yes.
Adam, what have I said? Adam, you can't badge up. How about this? I'll give you 1 clean sheet, just like Benjy in the next 5. 1 clean sheet. And that's me being generous.
But Adam, can I say something? If he loses to PSV, surely Arnie Slot is in serious trouble.
Gone, bro.
I mean,
might be gone, bro.
You can't be losing at home.
Is at home?
Yes, it's at home.
They're at home. I need to put the game on.
If they lose to West Ham, he's gone. If
They're
they
at
lose
home.
to West Ham, it's 3 points from a possible 24.
This is bad.
Yeah, new manager bounced Salah.
Oh
Lovely.
God.
Yeah, you see, that's a different story now. Then that's
scary,
that's a different
bro.
story.
Yo,
hey, that's a different
scary.
story now.
And Postecoglou, bring.
Oh my God, please.
New manager bounced Van Dijk.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
That is
Hey,
scary. I'll go there.
that-
I'll go there.
now we're going there. I'm getting
No.
Salah Van Dijk.
You stay on that side, please.
Nah. The
Do
manager
you know what it
bounce,
is?
we'll be there.
There's a certain pick, right, on my last comment on it. There's a certain pick I think emerging. Not emerging, he's been there, but he's just getting the points now. That makes the Salah draft look quite good is Elliot Anderson. I think at his price with the DEFCON consistent he is, he's not a bad player to have on a Salah draft. The fixtures coming up as well.
Wow. I'm
By
watching this
far
game now.
by the way, I made this meta sheet before we got the news today. Gibbs White was actually going to miss the Nottingham Forest game in the Europa League, which means penalties are actually going to Elliot Anderson at 5.3 million. He'll be pens, set pieces, 90 minutes, DEFCON. He's got the highest DEFCON hit rate apart from Moise Caicedo in the entire league. Brighton at home, Wolves away next. I mean, I have to agree with Sark. I think he's the best DEFCON min of the game. If you're looking for that Salah Haaland structure on Wildcard 13, I think you have to go there. He's a no-brainer. It's a great opportunity.
I thought it was Colin that's the best DEFCON mid in the game.
Who? Cullen? Oh, come on.
We will get a new one every week.
Listen, Burnley guys don't enter the meta sheet, alright? Come on.
No,
man.
no, but I'm just saying that if you're going objectively, like the one that's the most DEFCON,
We're
isn't
not
that
buying that.
Colin? Listen,
not buying
Anderson has
him.
burnt me already, so I'm gonna
But,
slay him as much as I can.
This
I've
is
owned
my
him, Adam,
this is my
for the
issue with
first 6
backing
weeks, 7
Liverpool.
weeks.
Like,
Gave me nothing.
in my opinion, Slot is counting the days. I don't think he has very long left. I've seen it under Ollie. You don't get sacked by losing the big games. When you're losing the games you should win, that's when you're gone. Like I saw
Benjy, we
against-
may get a club statement after this game.
if they lose to West Ham, he's gone. And the new manager bounces there, and then in 14 we can pounce. But-
Then Adam is gonna be right. He said, "I told you 3 clean sheets."
Yeah.
3 cleans.
Three
Not if
cleans.
Ange goes there. Be none.
I bet Van Dijk will get the bullet then. Once Arnie's gone. Boosh. Oh,
Yep.
God. I can see it. But anyways, I would recommend holding off Salah. I think if you look at the non-pen XGI, Saka is averaging a higher non-pen XGI than him. Saka's got the DEFCON. Bruno's got the DEFCON. Even Bruno Fernandes is averaging the same non-pen XGI as Salah at 14.2 million, which just shows you he's not really getting the big chances to justify his price point, and that's the real issue for me. But then again, he has had tougher fixtures. Will he get the chances in these? We'll
He
see.
almost got another goal. Perisic almost got another goal. Oh my god.
Come on, make it 3.
Almost.
Make it 3. Make it 3. Adam, I
watching?
can't explain. I've been waiting for this so long. I'm young, right? I grew up watching Klopp terrorize us. So when he left, I thought, oh, this is the time. But finally,
So I don't want to keep updating like SofaScore, but Ekatike is down and he looks injured. So Isak minutes might be on the rise.
well, we've
But that's
just met to
another-
the strikers. Good segue.
Yeah, Isak's coming on. Ekatike's
Yeah.
down. He looks angry. That's another thing, right? One thing I've noticed on Liverpool, because Flott's coming across so desperate to win a game, he's not really rotating. Like he's kind of fleecing his players in terms of minutes in this busy period, and we're seeing more and more injuries with a squad that isn't that deep.
Yep.
That's another concern for me with Liverpool.
100%. Like when you're having to bring your best midfielder in at right back and take out physicality and legs and distance from a midfield that's already been struggling with that this season, that's a real issue for me. And I think it is affecting them. If you look at the schedule, Liverpool, so Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, then away to Inter Milan, then Brighton at home. There is congestion like there is for most European teams, but their squad's quite short, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at particularly at like at the back, it's pretty limited. I mean, Robbo's not getting any younger. I mean, I wondered why at the weekend they didn't start with Joe Gomez, particularly in the because it was a game against Forest, and somebody in the chat on Sunday said that he wasn't fit, but he was on the bench, so he should have been there. Outside of that, obviously Conor Bradley and Frimpong injured, Bert injured. Gravenberch has been injured he was injured for 5 or 6 weeks as well. So they have had injuries, and similar players similar sort of level quality level players are not really doing the business for them. I'm not saying they're not there, but they're just not doing the business for them. It is not the biggest of squads, but I think they have replaced Trent with too many people. Trent and Diaz have been replaced with too many people, and it's just not. For some reason, it's just not clicking at the moment.
I think they sold themselves short at center back. I mean, I understand they did bring in Leone, but he's a 19-year-old. It's unfortunate what happened with the ACL.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not enough cover. Like, they're relying on plans that failed Jurgen Klopp. Joe Gomez, Robertson has passed it. These are old solutions. They are not going to work. And people, I think, need to wake up to this, that this slot train, it's off the tracks. And it's time for a new conductor.
I think it's similar to
It's time
United,
for a
right? I
new
think
conductor.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think it's similar to United, and it's crazy to say that, but after spending $500 million, I think they're in the same bracket as United right now. That unfortunately is hard to avoid. And maybe one attacker if you really need to, maybe Sobo, but he's on 4 yellows as well. I did a wildcard draft video today. I had 0 Liverpool in it, like 0. So I think I'll for now wait and see what happens with slot. I know the fixtures are good and the entry point is now, and if you're a fixtures manager, you will be extremely tempted to just follow what you've been doing for years. But I would be extremely cautious.
Yeah. And talk to me about Mateta Kayman. Obviously, it's 8 blanks in 12 game
Yeah.
weeks. 8 blanks. It's
I'm a big
not been great.
fan. I rate him extremely highly, Benji. I think he's one of the best strikers in the world. And I wanted him at United personally. I rate him highly. I think he's very good on the ball, and he can finish. But it's just that I don't know what's happening to him this season. He's got this for whatever reason he's not converting his chances. I think sometimes strikers go through that drought, and bro, like in the past, he used to get nowhere near this amount of chances. He used to get 1 or 2 chances a game and he used to convert them. So even last season when I owned him, he would get 1 or 2 chances in the game and he would score. So I'm really disappointed. I think he should do better, and he wants to be a French international. He wants to play in the World Cup as well. He's also trying to get moving this summer, and he's one of the reasons why I'm actually not free hitting. And if I was to free hit, I'll still have him my free hit. I actually did a free hit draft, and I think he scores versus United. He loves to score versus us. I owned him last season. He also scored versus us at Old Trafford, and I think because he's looking for a move this season and he's not signing a new contract, I do think he's got extra motivation to be able to perform in this game. So if you're a Mateta owner or if you're on free hit, I would strongly encourage you to own a Mateta or at least a Sar, because I think we definitely concede.
Yeah.
Now, if Palace score, it's one of those two guys.
What do you
It's
think,
hilarious.
Adam?
I was just having a quick look. I just wanted to have a quick look at Jean-Philippe Mateta on FB Ref, and on FB Ref where it comes up with similar players.
Yeah.
Can you guess 3 of the top 4
Calvert-Lewin.
just without looking?
Calvert-Lewin.
Keanu Barry, Beto, and Sheshko.
Nice work, Kayman. Best striker.
Why
in
you
the
gotta
world.
do my guy like that? I didn't say best striker. I said he's one of the best strikers in the world. I think I rate him that highly. Like personally, I like him.
I wasn't
the way he
expecting those
plays.
names. I wasn't expecting those names to come up, man.
Adam, you didn't have to do me like that, Adam. Oh.
Stock put it
him.
well. He's an unreliable finisher. Like, that's how I look at it.
Oh, he's not, man. He's good, bro. It's just a dry spell. He's gonna pick it up. Come on, Mateta, please. Prove that it is wrong, man.
You don't own him, right, Adam? You have him.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Are you concerned with the early sub, the ice around the knee, Nketiah back? Any concerns?
The early sub in particular is concerning. I mean, to say that he's a bad finisher is kind of just false, because he is actually a pretty good finisher.
Thank you.
But
No, I didn't say bad. I said unreliable.
well, unreliable. So across his career, he's scored 85 goals from 70 xG. So he does. He is decent. Like, and that's across.
I'm not saying he's a bad finisher, but just unreliable. I wouldn't trust him with the armband.
Only recently, Benji. This season, he's getting extreme amount of chances this season. I don't know what's happening with Palace attack. They've just gone off the charts. They're getting so many chances. I don't know how.
Well,
And
yeah, they are up there for like most metrics. Top 6 for open play XG. They're top 5
Yeah.
for non-pen XG.
What about
set
big
piece
chances?
XG, they're second. I don't have big chance data before. I just have the XG
Yeah,
data.
but I think he had a ton of them this season though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He had a ton of them.
It's him and Haaland who've missed the most big chances. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, PSG are up 3-2 by the way, Adam. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I'm very aware of that. I just wasn't mentioning it.
I was wondering why-
I'm sorry, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this to you.
What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Like, I can't turn around. I mean, I did. I did shake my head. I shook my head, but that obviously wasn't enough.
I was
sorry.
curious because I saw him look up and I saw him smirk and as if to say, "Goodness sake, typical Tottenham."
Yeah,
Not
it was like,
again.
it was a nice, fun hour. Well, I think I was shaking my head because of the way that the goal was conceded. But there we go. Let's move on. Let's get back to Mateta.
Yeah, Stock. What do you think, Stock? About Mateta?
And also, I'm in I've got 2 strikers and Gu, so I got a dead spot. Teta and Haaland. And I think when you put yourself in a 2-striker spot, everyone has Haaland, right? So it's essentially your striker versus everyone else's. And the issue with Mateta is, like you said, 8 blanks in 12. In blanks every week, big chances missed, whilst Thiago's scoring 5 penalties a game. It's infuriating. So I'm looking at Thiago, to be honest, but then it's like one of those ones where you're just conceding defeat to the field. Like, you're just jumping on Thiago late, gaining nothing. So it's an interesting one. I'm going to keep Mateta, but I am concerned with Nketiah back and the midweek fixture. If he looks like he's going to get benched versus Burnley, I think we're in trouble, Adam. Like, I don't know what you're going to do, but I don't know who you go to. You can't go to Thiago when he has Arsenal, right?
I mean, I have Thiago as well, so
Could go Welbeck, but it's a midweek. Do you trust the minutes? That's
Or
the question.
Walter Messi or Walter Med.
Adam's
Walter
not a
Messi,
fan.
man. Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, it's 4-2. So
Oh, 4-2. Okay. Oh, I thought.
I see. I was being more obvious there.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Oh
you now.
my.
Good performance.
I don't know how Liverpool haven't scored. By the way, Szoboszlai is everything in this team. You're right. He's
Yep.
playing very well.
And I've been saying that. I've even done a tweet on it. I said, listen, if there's anyone I have to go in that team, it's Szoboszlai. And the unfortunate thing is, he could be playing right back versus West Ham, and I wouldn't be surprised.
He's absolutely carried them to 3 points in 21, man. 3 points.
It's crazy.
Okay, what if here's a shout, right? What if Ekitike is injured for the rest of the year? Would you be tempted to go to Isak
No.
because surely he's on pens if Salah's at AFCON, right? As well.
Yeah, but no.
It
Even
depends on the form and everything, innit? Depends on the form of the team and the new manager. Like, it depends. It's all context dependent, isn't it? Okay, do they have a new manager? Do they have a system that's working? Or are they going to be like United? If they're going to be like United, like last season, how we were, then I don't want him. No, 10 million is too much money.
10.4.
10.4, sorry, yeah.
Crazy. I mean, look,
That is a
Thiago's
lot of
sitting there
money.
on 9 goals. You have Isak with 0-1, right? I know he hasn't started the games, but look at all those
He
cheap
has.
strikers with a
No,
pens.
he has started the games in the Premier League. He has.
No, he has started a few, but not all like Thiago. Thiago's got all the starts.
Did you not start the last week versus Forest? Did you not start, or am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
he started. Yeah, he's gotten a few
Yeah,
starts.
that's
but
like
been
that's
out
like
for a
his
while
4th
now.
game.
Yeah, I'm not interested in him. I don't know about you, Adam. Maybe on a free
Isak,
hit.
no.
He likes
It's
West Ham,
still
to be
just-
fair.
Still just doesn't look fit yet. That's the thing, and it doesn't look like something's again. It's just still not clicking. Something isn't just quite right. Because he used to, when he was at Newcastle, you know, they'd find him in spaces where
He was dangerous.
he was dangerous. Yeah, and he would be dangerous, almost dangerous, regardless of where he picked up the ball. To be honest.
Tough.
Anything else on the strikers, guys, before we move into captaincy?
Strikers are just so tough. I think actually, if you do consider maybe like Mateta, as you say, gets rotated in 14, like there's like, do you want to go to like Raul in like 15 or something like that? And it's so difficult.
This is why
Because you've got to
I
assume that
prefer
Evan Nilsson
pivoting
and
this week.
Krupke are going to be.
They're not going to start.
There's more options in midfield for sure, though. There's definitely more options. I think those who are on a 2-striker combination right now are more flexible, obviously due to the lack of options within the striker option at the moment, and some of them are being quite underwhelming, to be honest with you. So,
Yeah.
especially the Liverpool boys not being an option, Chris Wood, my goat, not being an option.
Mate,
Yeah.
are we still overlooking the meta that perhaps 5 back, perhaps like having 4 at the back every week and then sometimes playing 5 at the back? Is that the meta? Because there's so many defensive options. and
Yeah.
the points they get is insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's true that FPL, when they came up with like the DEFCON stuff, they didn't obviously expect the huge meta shift in the way that teams were going to attack, the amount of set play, and well, mainly set plays from things like long throws, and just how effective corners were going to be this year. And what that means is like the defenders have been just so much better than expectation for DEFCON versus the midfielders. So they needed to boost the defenders last year because they were basically decimated. Like defenders were decimated last year unless they cleaned. And so they needed to boost them. But what's happened is they've basically overtaken midfielders now in a lot of aspects. And unless you get the Semenyo and the Salah of last year, it's really difficult to predict where those points are going to come from.
Yeah. No,
So I
agree.
think we're leaning more towards an 8 or 9 at the back, 8 or 9 midfield and back.
Yeah.
4-5-1, 5-4-1.
I
Definitely.
think
Also,
front
there's a
three is
stat,
dead. I think
Benjy.
front threes are dead.
Probably.
Yeah, front threes are
Also,
dead.
there's a stat. Well, there's a stat also, by the way, that came out today. I saw someone posted. I think Kareem, FPL Kareem, probably shout out to him. That in the top 10, 8 of them are defenders that are the total highest point scorers, and only 2 of them are, I think, midfielders and a striker, probably Haaland. So that stats alone says it. And this has been a theme, and it's been continuously happening. Oh, what happened? For what?
It's no way, bro.
You want a PSV?
He's gone.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, let me watch this.
Nah,
I'm
nah,
a bit behind. My
nah,
stream is a bit
nah.
behind.
See ya.
Kanate with one of the
Konate.
biggest.
Oh
He's
my god,
like
Konate.
that's really bad from Kanate. Like
He's
embarrassing.
got
Oh
to go,
my
blood.
god.
He's out. He's
Bro,
gone.
I can't believe a chimpon came on a space and bravely said on a wildcard, I'm going Konate and Van Dijk, double Liverpool D. I cannot believe this man said this. The blasphemy.
Did you haven't seen
blasphemy.
Baker's free hit, have you?
No, what happened? Konate,
Oh,
oh
you're
my
gonna
god.
have to watch it, bro.
Oh
double
my god,
Liverpool
it's cooking.
When he sent me that, he says, "Mate, we need to go with this title, double Liverpool defense." And I was like, "You what?" I said, "I'm glad I'm not on this video." I was saying to myself, I haven't said to him, he might watch this back. I was thinking to myself, I'm glad I'm not on this video because I could not talk about double Liverpool defense. Like I'm happy with the one in terms of Van Dijk, but I could not have double Liverpool defense.
Adam, you're not happy with the one right now. I know you're not happy with the one right now.
I'm not that happy with the one. It's getting worse every minute, to be honest.
You need a new manager bounce ASAP. You need a new manager
absolutely.
bounce. But anyways,
no, I'm not free hitting this. I'm not free hitting
No
this
way.
week. I can't.
no way.
It could be
Anyways,
worse. It could be worse. You could have wildcarded Kanate in your Champions League fantasy team.
Oh,
my
that's terrible.
god.
Anyways, we're gonna move into captaincy.
Oh.
Adam, I believe you're looking at TC, if I'm correct.
Yes.
TC, cool. So Haaland Leeds at home. Now he's only started once at home to Leeds. He did blank there, but that was when Leeds were not a promoted side. They did maintain their Premier League status in that season. So it technically wasn't a promoted side. If we look at his records, not only against promoted teams at home, 6 starts. He's never blanked a home start against a promoted side. He's hold double digits in 4 of 6 starts. Not to mention that the 3 o'clock kickoffs at the Etihad is probably his favorite game time. You know me, guys. I love my kickoff times. And listen, 3 p.m. that's Haaland's bread and butter. We TC'd him against Burnley. We capped him against Everton. This is his jam, man. So if you're going to go for the TC, I think it makes a lot of sense. I know some statistics makes Leeds look a little, they're decent, but away from home, they're shocking. They're shocking. I think, what is it, stock? They're bottom 19th, 18th in the away table?
Oh, yeah. The league table for away is Wolves are bottom, then it's Fulham, funny enough, and then it's Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds have conceded, I think, the most amount of goals away from home. I think Man City have scored joint most amount of goals at home. So combining the both, me personally, Adam, if it was a decision between free hit and triple captain, I think I'd be on triple captain.
Now, there is a bit of concern around the, Fulham fixture. What are the minutes going to be like? But look, I still think that I would go for, I think, 80 plus, considering he's getting a full 7 nights of rest. I think it's got to be Haaland. I mean, the goal projections are fantastic. Market odds. He just ticks every single box, guys. There's not really many red flags with his profile this week. Yeah, he's returning all 5 of his last 3 o'clock kickoffs at home as well. Every single big content creator who dictates EO is on Haaland, and I think Focal's on the TC. I think Raptor's on the TC, and I think maybe FPL Harry is as well. So his EO is going to be pretty high. Adam, you locked in on that TC?
Yeah, it's just a perfect opportunity. I think, I was the rest in midweek has really helped that, I think. And with him still needing to score for that 100th goal record or
Yeah.
something that he's after,
100 club, fastest to 100.
100 club, fastest there. And, against his old man's old club, like he is a Leeds fan because of how his old man brought him up. I think just all the ingredients are there. We know he's going to start, right? We know he's going to start, and so when he's got players coming back as well that can support him well, so everything just ticks the box for me. I just think it's a perfect opportunity to do it. So yeah, I'll be playing it this week, and the uncertainty closer to the Madrid game, closer to the Palace game, like the Leverkusen game was going to be was something that was a potential risk, but having not played just feels perfect.
100%. You get the full week now, and I think Pep, he thought he could get away with a full rotation, but obviously he didn't. But there's nothing he can do now. Haaland's fully rested. I think you got to go for it. When Haaland has a spacing, he usually smashes, especially at home. So 100% with you. We'll just move into 12 PFC, punt flop cap. Quick update on the scores. The guests are still in the lead on 24 points. Kayman is holding tight, although I did pick up a point over him with my Morgan Rogers punt last week, so I've closed the gap to 1. Stark also gained, I think, a point. No, he didn't gain a point, but he got 1 point from his correct flop. Everybody had a captain fail last week, unfortunately, because all of the top 10 most captain players blanked. 2 João Pedro flops from me and Adam. I did see a scary stat today. He did score home and away against Arsenal last season, so I'm hoping he doesn't do that. Kudus stock. That's a bit naughty.
It doesn't matter who Tottenham are playing. I just think Kudus is a safe bet to flop most weeks.
That's your star boy right there, Adam. Come back to him now. That's your star boy. Summer signing.
He needs to. Well, he just hasn't come. Like he was injured a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, and I think it may have been even I think it was the Newcastle Carabao game. We watched him and we're like, this doesn't feel right. He just doesn't look right at all. And I'm not going to judge him on what happened on Sunday because nothing really happened on Sunday. Can he return at the weekend potentially? I mean, like our games are interesting. I mean, it's 5-3 now. Like,
oh my god.
So,
I just ask selfishly: has Kvaratskhelia scored any of them?
No. Vitinha hat trick. I think the Vitinha hat trick. He's just scored a penalty. Oh no, Pacho. I mean, we just literally got it back to 4-3, and now it's because I must have missed the Spurs goal, but yeah, Vitinha scored a hat trick.
Who's
Pacho and Ruiz have got the others. Colomwani got 2 and Richarlison got 1.
Well, at least you're giving them a game. That's what you wanted to see, right? After Arsenal.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess,
yeah. But look, hopefully you guys don't do anything. I'm still mad about the Europa League final. It's very hurtful. But Kayman flopped Ultimate. Few punts here. I've gone Sade, my boy from last season. I went to him against United. He got me a brace last year, and then he scored against Ipswich, got me another 10-pointer. So he's my boy. I always back him in these easy home fixtures. Stock's gone for Doku, which is nice, and the other boys on Foden and O'Reilly as well. We'll see how that goes. We'll start with Adam's team selection and have a look at how he did in 12. Take it away, Adam. Virgil.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, you have Thiago. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got to. I mean, you sound shocked. You put these slides together. You must have seen this already.
I didn't want to surprise myself. I put the slides together and I just
Just didn't look at it.
Still not looking.
So no changes as yet. I mean, so last week I had 43 points. It started so well with Enzo, and it finished really well with Keane, except Keane was on my bench. So Raya, Richards, Senesi, and Virgil at the back. Late Defcon for Virgil was a saving grace, I think. And I think the good thing about that is that almost all of the Gabriel options, like the Gabriel replacement options, were pretty rubbish. So that's not. It wasn't too bad. Like Munoz was obviously the standout, but I couldn't get there because I already got Triple Palace. Bruno, Sarr, Saka, and Enzo in midfield, and then Mateta, Thiago, and the Haaland captain up top. I mean, as I say, in game week 13, I will make one transfer. I am umming and ahhing as to where that transfer might be. Like, obviously, I can't play Goodmanson. I can't really play Michael Keane. Could play Michael Keane. And I can't play Reinders because he just doesn't play. But then it's like, where else do I want to go? So I've toyed with rolling, actually. But I've also toyed with a midfield change with Reinders down to Anderson. I've looked at freeing up some money. I've also looked at Raya down to Robin Roofs or to Kelleher as a potential option. Trying to sort of get that transfer made before the 5 transfers in 16. So I may not feel like I need to use a transfer on a keeper I was thinking of doing in 16. Yeah, that's kind of where I am at the moment. So the team's kind of set up exactly the same right now because I can roll it.
Yeah.
But
are you
I don't
comfortable
mind
starting Enzo?
I mean, it's Enzo or Keane, and I'm probably comfortable with either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd start
Probably
Enzo.
comfortable with either.
I'd hate watch Arsenal, and I think he's got the pens. Bit of a big game player. I don't know, Stark. What would you do in that situation?
I think if Reinders was guaranteed to start, I think I'd probably start Reinders over Enzo. Call me mad. Like if I knew Reinders was going to start, I'd probably start him ahead of Enzo. But what was you going to say, Adam? Do you agree? Because I can see you somewhat nodding.
Yeah, no. So if Reinders was confirmed as he was going to start, then yes, I would probably start him over Enzo.
Yeah, the only issue is because Enzo's on pens, and I think he's been playing phenomenal, and he is kind of a big game player. But it's going to be one of those typical benchings, isn't it? Where everyone benches him. That's when we get our jammy penalty or something. You can just see it.
I think this is a week, I don't know. This is a week I like to back the team at home in a big game, especially a guy like Enzo. The big games, these guys are big game players like Saka and Enzo, so I don't really mind the fixtures there. I think rolling actually makes a bit more sense because you can't really do much with the Reinders spot. But yeah, I think Reinders started in the Champions League as well, so I'm not sure if he's gonna be in the lineup against Leeds, but
I find it so weird how he's kind of lost his place. I think he's a great player.
Me too.
I find it really strange.
Yeah.
But that could happen to anyone though for City. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I'm a bit scared to go and buy O'Reilly, because it doesn't take much for you to pull out of favors from Pep, and not to know what Nuri is, and we know what he's capable of, and he could come in at any given moment, right? And I'm a bit scared. I think Guardiola was probably safer, but it's one of those situations where if you're going Guardiola, it's basically Richard type versus Munoz, right? It's boring 6-pointer, and he doesn't even have a DEFCON, so it's even more negative. I think for your team, have you entertained the idea of a City defender, or you're not looking for defensive transfers?
Not really looking at defensive transfers at the moment.
Because
I'm
they're going to be quite high
trying
yield
not to do as I'm trying to do as little as possible right now because I don't know. I'm torn. I'm trying to do as little as possible because whenever I touch this team, something goes wrong. So
yeah, I think one thing can't go wrong is Reinders. Selling Reinders can't go wrong realistically because he's not.
And I think to free up the funds, I think rolling makes sense because then next week, let's say a lot of people are thinking Mateta's getting benched, you can do the double move and pump the money into Reinders. You can go to a dead spot forward. Guiu, Krupi. That way Enzo has leads. The fixtures look a lot better on paper. I think that is probably the move that I think makes more sense in your team. Because your
I agree
defense
with
is pretty
Benjy.
decent, bro. Like
Yeah.
you got Palace, Senesi, Defcon Monster, Virgil. Well, new manager bounce will come soon, right? So yeah, I think there's teams are good. I wouldn't sell Raya, no way. I like Raya a lot.
Depends when you got him, though. I'm sorry. Depends when you got him. I don't
We
think
don't
he's
want to
6
paint
million
the
worth.
Sistine Chapel, Adam.
So,
We
well,
don't-
let's just discuss that quickly because I was going to mention roofs for free hit, and because there aren't really many good keepers. Let's be clear. There aren't really many good keepers. There's been something like 6 double-digit returns all season, right? It's 12 games, 120 games, 6 double-digit returns. That's hardly anything, and they've only come from away games, clean sheets, or from penalty saves. So Raya's stacked up okay because everyone else has just been terrible, but everyone hasn't actually been that bad. And the difference coming round to it, the difference is not big enough really that I would be worried about dropping down. And one of the things we know about Sunderland, being a promoted side, they concede a fair amount of shots. We've seen that because they are outperforming their expected data right now. But if you look at Robin Roofs' save percentages and his post-shot XG numbers in terms of XG prevented, like he's absurdly good. And it's not just this season, right? He's come off 2 years of very good numbers. So they've picked up a fantastic keeper who's actually just very good at keeping the ball out of the net. And if he's going to face a lot of shots, he's going to get a lot of save points. They have spiked some cleans already, like 4 in 12, which is pretty good for
solid,
Sunderland.
Yeah, very solid.
Like, I think there's worse picks. There's definitely a lot worse picks than going for Roofs this week when they've got Bournemouth away. Bournemouth at home. A team that will attack them.
Yeah. No,
I think if there's any keeper that's going to get double digits this week, it's him. I just can't see it from Martinez because Wolves aren't very good. Well, I say that Wolves are more likely to score, I think, than anything.
The thing with
He would be my
Sunderland
pick.
is I do agree with you, and I didn't really know Roofs until Stock really pointed out to me. He was like, "Yo, this Sunderland keeper is a different level," and then I actually started to have a look at him, and I realized, yo, he's very good. But then again, you're investing in him. Like some of the away games are pretty tough. Liverpool away, City away, Brighton away. They have Tottenham away as well, and the home fixtures aren't bad. But once you get to 17, right? That's when they lose the 7 players, most players out of all Prem clubs, right? To AFCON. Now, who knows how long that is for? I don't feel confident in him. Like, I feel like I do get it with what you're saying this week. He has that whole potential because Bournemouth will farm shots. Doesn't matter what fixture it is. But I just think that Raya, as boring and as much as we all hate him, he is that part of the Arsenal defense that's never going to be rotated, right? Like, these Timber owners will suffer, and we will win out, like, one of these weeks, when he gets rotated or whatever happens. And Raya is just great value. I don't know, how much did you buy him for? 5.5?
Yeah, I bought him at 5.5.
At that price, I mean, it's incredible value.
Yeah.
So, I think keep him. It's a great team, though.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'll move to mine quickly. I've done the move. Mateta's out for Thiago. I'm not confident. I think he's going to get benched against Burnley. Is it the best exit? No. I think he could destroy us. But ultimately, Thiago's the forward I want long term. And there's no point in me selling him in 14 because he has Arsenal away. I can't enter there. I've got to enter this week. And then it allows me to play a 4-back with wherever I put the money next week. So as much as it hurts to sell Mateta, I'm not convinced. His finishing's been poor. The fixture congestion is starting to come, and it does get bad. Like, it does start to get bad. I don't see him starting every single game. I just don't. Especially when I mean, if you saw the videos, the ice pack on his knee, I just don't see him traveling to France playing 90. And he's started every single Conference League game as well. So, yeah. No way. To PSV. That's it. He's done.
Yeah,
He's gone.
that is bad.
He's gone.
Yes! Get in there, PSB! Get in there! Adam, talk to me. How many more cliches, Adam? Talk to me.
Wait, but they're gonna get new manager bounce Kayman.
I'm gonna bring in Van Dijk. I don't care. I'm
Let's
gonna
hope
bring
they
him
get
in. If they get a
Ange.
new manager, I'm bringing him in.
Let's hope they go for
No,
Ange.
I don't care
please.
who they bring in. I'm bringing in Van Dijk if they're gonna get a new manager.
I heard Ten Hag's free. That they want another.
Oh, they're not
Dutch
gonna get Ten
fraud.
Hag. They're gonna get someone like Xavi or Zidane. Come
Anyways,
on.
Kayman, talk to me about your team, bro.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your team.
I wanted to add something for Adam's team. I think we
Cool,
agreed
go
though,
ahead.
Benji. We agreed though, Benji. I think for his team, I think is the best thing to do is probably
Roll.
wait out to see if there's a potential for Meta to get benched, and then depending on that, he can make decision, make a team move next week. It's not the end of the world to play Enzo. Potentially, he might get Defcon this week as well, Adam. So I think your team looks good, except for the one guy in red at the back who looks
I
like a
can see
clown.
him.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You
man,
know,
I can see him.
So
I got
except
you.
for that guy, the rest is calm. But yeah, I think probably Raw. I think just to double check if Mateta is a problem next week. I'm going to my team, Benjy.
Cool.
I luckily didn't have any Palace defender last week, so Adam, I actually bought in Munoz, so I jumped on him at the perfect time where he got this 4 pointer. So I think I was quite fortunate, and I did manage to swerve Van
Andy
Dijk.
Martin's
Luckily,
fuming.
Andy is fuming because I want Richard to start the season, and me and him we've been going back and forth saying no, Richard is better. He's saying Munoz is better. And so now the fact that I own Richard as well as Munoz, he's fuming. So, in terms of the midfield, to be honest, I would start. I would sell James this week, which I'm planning to do, and bring in O'Reilly or Guardiola. Any thoughts on those two picks? I think if he was to pick any defense this week, it has to be City, right? I don't see any other standout defense on paper. Anyways, except for
Guardiola's basically he's basically Raya, but centre back for City.
yeah.
Go
Like,
O'Reilly.
he's the same
Literally, yeah,
guy.
you're right. You're right. Literally, that's what
Get
it is.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly,
And
yeah.
Gvardiol's
What about
not even
Nunes?
that nailed. He could get benched.
N-
If you're
be
gonna take
honest,
the risk, go for the upside, right? My
O'Reilly,
opinion.
yeah. What about Game Week 15? There's like a 3-day turnaround though. I'm a bit concerned about that one.
Game week 15.
Because they played Madrid after that. After what's it called?
It is a Saturday, Wednesday, which is a bit better, right? It's not.
But Madrid is a big game,
it
and
is a
Pep
big
would
game,
want to
and
play
now
his.
they have to win, right? Because they lost.
Exactly, they have to win that game.
But
So
bro,
I'm a bit worried. 'Cause
Sunderland,
I
they're
think.
not gonna go easy against Sunderland, man. Like
No,
Sunderland.
but Nuri can handle Sunderland respectfully. It's not like a.
Really?
It's not a downgrade.
But bro,
Nuri is not a downgrade though.
No, I understand that, but I don't think Pep will sacrifice points in the league, bro. Like Sunderland is a team that went to Stamford Bridge and won. They went to Forest and won. They went to Palace and got a point. They're not slouches away from home. They're not home merchants.
Is that
They're
early
good.
kickoff? Can we get a leak somehow? Is that early kickoff? Can you check that 15?
Not sure.
Is there anyone? Let me check on my phone actually.
You can check.
So that it'd be good
But
for the viewers because that's the week I'm worried about.
Look, there is risk with O'Reilly.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. So is a Saturday deadline, yeah? Saturday,
Great
3
question.
o'clock. Let me see if it's Saturday, 3 o'clock or not. So City play. Second. 15 City play at 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's a Saturday deadline. So yeah, I think there is a chance we may get something. It's 11 o'clock though, so it's quite rare that we get something. But
so you're looking at that that move. I like your team though.
yeah, yeah. So I'll bring in O'Reilly most likely, and then that will be it. I think for James.
Cool.
Or I could just wait and I could just play Mukiele. You know, what's your thoughts, Adam? Just play Mukiele and then wait to replace James. I don't know. That's
What?
tough.
Play him in 14?
No, I could decide
No.
to replace James, say the game week 14, yeah, for maybe go double up on Arsenal D or go somewhere else because this week there is not a very good entry point, is there?
No, I wouldn't make any moves. I wouldn't make any more moves this week.
Yeah,
Definitely
you can play Mukiele if you want.
Nah,
this week you could play him.
Yeah.
This week, yeah. I could roll as well, to be honest. Just like you, I could potentially roll.
You got a lot of hedges, but this is the thing. We're banking on some of these template guys to do well, right? And that's how we're gonna do well against the free hitters.
Exactly. If I get O'Reilly and I'm comfortable though on taking them on.
Bro, because you got like this is the thing. Like you and Adam both have Thiago. You have the main Brentford guy. I'm pretty sure Adam's got the TC active, so he's gonna be competitive this week. Yeah, you are quite reliant on the double Bournemouth defense, which is a little concern. But then again, Defcon, Petro maybe
Defcon for
saves.
Senesi though, you know.
Yeah,
So
it'll be fine.
I think he definitely gets it because they're gonna do a lot of long throws as well, right corners as well.
Yeah. No, I like the team, bro. I think it's good enough to roll out, even if you wanted to roll. But yeah, if you want to go O'Reilly, that's fine. We'll go Stock. Stock, come on, Stocky. Talk to us, Mr. Eze hat trick against Spurs. Second hat trick. Oh, Adam's fuming.
Funny story. We had FPL Chai on last week, and he had Eze, and he sold Eze to Bruno, and I was my mind, but luckily I didn't, and I kept Eze. Thank goodness. He's the only reason why I had a green arrow.
Bro, look at the rest of his team. He carried him. Oh my god.
Man,
Insane.
Van der Ven subbed in for 0 points. Literally played him with 10 men.
Adam,
I actually made a
double
move.
Spurs defense. Adam.
No, I don't anymore. I sold Poro. I sold
Yeah.
Poro last night for O'Reilly. I'm trying to paint the Sistine Chapel. That's a common phrase Adam knows. I think O'Reilly could be that guy in this run. So I'm happy with my team, to be honest. Apart from Van Dijk, might bench him this week, to be honest.
Really? What do you think?
I mean,
Adam?
you haven't got any Chelsea defense. Like no one does, to be fair. So you could just play Eze instead of Van Dijk. You could do, but like the set piece thing, just over and over again. Just West Ham being absolutely horrific at set pieces. He's got. Surely he just. Even if they don't clean, surely he scores. Surely he actually just scores.
The scenes at full time were just not good for Liverpool. I think we're in a good place if Slot gets sacked. It's going to be very interesting because they're a big club and they normally big clubs get a big name behind them in terms of a gaffer. So I'd be very curious to see who would be the replacement to Slot, because that manager bounce with this run could be something special. Like literally
Yeah.
be amazing.
And then Adam and Stock win came. They get the clean.
But if it's still Slot at this rate, my goodness,
But how
talk
can they
it
continue
up.
Yeah.
with him? I don't get it.
But they did say they want to give him till January though. I think there was a statement that came out. I don't know if it was.
But what was the
I think it
final
was
score?
incredible.
But it's never good when they actually put a time frame on
Yeah.
it. Like
That's
it's
true.
never ever good. Like
Never.
we always, I want to say when I was younger, but Benjy probably wasn't even born. But if you get managers, you get vote of confidence from the board. You just know you've got about 2 games, and that's it. Like you're done. So when he says like January, as soon as they said January, I was like, that's just terrible.
Or one at home to
'Cause it means they're
PSV with
planning.
4-1
your
full
strongest
time.
team. Your strongest team, Forest, back-to-back Anfield games, 3-0, 4-1. Is that a sign the players are no longer playing for him potentially? And when
Yeah.
that's the case, it's game over,
They're
man. 'Cause
much better than
listen,
this.
the top
They've
4
lost
race,
7 out of their last 10.
the top 4 race is not. It's not. You can't just you can't coast along and get top 4. The Prem is competitive, so they need to.
No
back it
game
up.
is easy as well. No game is easy. No one's
Nuno's
gonna lay
be
down for
sniffing
you
blood.
to give
Nuno
you
will
a
be
point
sniffing
either.
blood.
So, 100%. If I'm West, that West Stadium's gonna be buzzing. That West Ham Stadium is gonna be.
I don't know, buzzing. I think Nuno will get the players up for it because he'll sense he can take points, right?
Oh, trust me, brother. Everyone wants to play the champion. Trust me.
Okay, it is time for the peer pressure team. Adam, if you don't know, this is our joint FPL team we drafted before the start of the season. We all make live decisions on it. The team we finish on in this episode is final, and obviously you get the peer power, which it grants you one decision, a permanent move. This can be a combination of 2 transfers max, or you could change a bench guy, you could activate a chip, although we've already activated all of ours. You could change a captaincy, whatever you like to do. It is up to you. Your decision has, how do I say, priority. And we also have a pressure point, name drawn from the random wheel spin generator. We'll get to make one decision in the team. We did have a pretty bad red arrow last week. Only savior was Joachim Anderson. Apart from that, it was very, very poor. But yeah, let's go into the spinner. Okay, come on. If I get this. Oh, okay, that's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. Kayman's out. Come on. I need to get my vetoes back. Please, please. No.
Yo, sorry, where is the spinner from again? I need to double check the source of the spinner right now because
It's
it's
the
back to back.
public
They're
one,
picking me
man.
up.
Come on.
No, bro, I need to double check the source. There's something going on here.
Stock is the winner. Stock is the winner.
It can't be. This is back to back.
Okay.
Oh my
Let
god.
me just reload this really quick.
Give me a break, bro. Like I'm in the millions. I need something.
Okay, so I'll show what we've got. We've got 1 free transfer, 0.0 million in the bank after Chai brought in Delict last week. Sorry, Chai, we love you, but it's not.
I
looking
warned him,
good,
Adam.
bro.
I actually warned him. I said, I'm a United fan. Don't go there. He said, I don't care, mate.
We
I'm
need
doing
that.
it.
We need that Adam spice. We need that Doku spice. We need that Gavardiol spice.
I need the I need the app up myself actually, so I can have a quick look myself.
So Stock gets the decision this week, obviously. I guess we can look at the starting lineup first, see what we're looking like. If there's any easy? Can we move the armband to Haaland, guys? I'm assuming it's a unanimous decision.
Veto.
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna be
joking, yeah.
joking. No, you can't. Let's be serious now. We don't want to be in the 5 million.
We might as well play anti FPL at this point, right?
No, we don't want to give
You're
up.
ahead of me. Your joint team is ahead of me. Don't say shit like that.
No,
Sorry.
Stock, that's disrespectful. Come on.
Unbelievable.
No, bro. I'm joking.
Oh, our defense
why I
is
was
looking
joking
ropey
about
this
veto.
week, man.
Oh, got something in my eye. It's doing my head in.
So Haaland cap. Where do you want the vice? What's your decision, Stocky? What are you thinking? You're waiting for Adam.
Listen, I'll let Adam
Let Adam do something.
Adam.
No. You guys pick something. I'm just having a look. See if I can
Are you
improve
feeling a
Paqueta.
transfer? You're feeling a transfer, right?
If I can improve Paqueta at all, whether I can.
Okay. You could feel free to sell anyone you'd like. Honestly, it's up to you. And if the boys don't like it, they can veto your decision, which means you get to pick something else. It can be out.
Got a player. I've got
Huh?
a player in mind. I've got a player in mind.
No. What player?
Esteval,
No,
I like it.
He's only doing that because of the super chat.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna save Haaland captaincy because I think we are. Where's the vice, guys? Doc, where do you want the vice?
That's not my decision. Don't ask me. Don't try and set me up. Don't try and claim my decision as who's the vice captain. Come on.
Bro, it is a decision technically.
No, it's not. This guy.
You could do that.
Let Adam. Listen. Let
Adam's
Adam do his
thinking.
move.
I'm thinking. I was hoping that I had better minutes off of Buendia, but didn't have him.
Okay. I'll make my move. Paqueta to Esteval.
No. Trolling.
Veto it then. Veto it. I'm not trolling.
I used all my vetoes. Cayman's the only one with one.
No, but to Esteval.
Adam's transfer gets priority. Let's remember this, okay?
Okay, Adam, what's your transfer, mate? It's not.
I in your position here, assuming you want to actually get some points, I'd do Paqueta to Elliot Anderson.
Really? Sell Paqueta.
That gives you
one of
points.
the best fixtures all season.
It's to Liverpool, yeah, true. I also really dislike Ndai. But
my star boy.
Ooh.
Oh no. You can sell him.
Dislike
Look,
him.
I've got no vetoes, and the fixtures.
Yeah, but I got no money if you sell it. What could you sell Ndai for?
Any 6 mil guy.
Foden.
No, we can't afford Foden, bro. We can't afford him, mate. Bro, Chai used our money to put. Bro, Chai used our money to put up to Delict, man.
Adam, you can get Doku, Adam. Have some fun.
Doku! Oh my god, we can.
You can get Doku, yeah. You can get Doku.
Oh my god, bro! It's game.
Yeah, I love that.
It's not my decision.
Yeah, Ndai to Doku, please.
All right. Any
Gotta be done.
vetoes? Stock? No vetoes coming out?
No. Why would I veto my punt? Why would I veto my punt in PFC?
Wow. Jeremy Doku. Okay, I'm gonna make the transfer.
Lovely.
Oh,
love to see it.
That's beautiful.
Right. I'd like to move Paqueta. I'd like to move Paqueta to Esteval.
You can't.
No.
Can.
Kayman.
Sorry.
You're
For a
point
hit.
6 short. You're
He's
point
playing
6 short.
anti-FPL now. He's not being
Alright, okay,
serious.
alright, okay. You want me to play serious FPL? Alright, let's move the lit to Van Dijk. I heard he's great. Got great
Don't have any
fixtures.
money.
Great.
No money, mate. No money. No money.
No, listen. I'm gonna bank my move. Don't worry. I was always
Okay.
gonna bank my move.
Okay, benching decisions. Can we get Paqueta in the lineup potentially, maybe, or probably start
How?
Alti, right?
I
Gotta
don't
start
think you
Watermata.
can.
What do you think, Adam?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
Maybe first bench max, right?
Yeah, that's about
And
it.
vice? Go ahead, Adam. Choose your vice cap, just in case.
I mean, it's got to be Doku, isn't it? We've got to go all in.
Let's do it.
All in, all in, all in. Let's go.
All in.
All in.
I think we should go all in and reverse the vice and captaincy with Haaland and Doku.
No,
I mean, that's wild.
that is Stark. Stark's going crazy.
Go-
He's trying to play
Alright,
bait out Kayman's victory.
No, you know what? That's my move. That's gonna bank my move. I want Doku captain.
Kayman got to do something.
What do you want me to do, bro?
Bro, we're about to
Is that
take
your
on
decision?
200% EO Haaland.
Is that your decision, Stark?
Yeah, I want to captain Doku.
Okay, I'll veto and I'll captain Haaland.
Respect. Respect, Kayman. That's a good move. That Stark, that's poor form, mate. That's poor form. That is poor,
You
mate.
guys are boring. You guys are boring. Boo. Look, Banks in the chat said boo. FPL minutes said boo.
Yeah, boo you guys. We're not taking on Haaland, man. He's gonna smash 20 points for Adam. Okay, cool. That I believe is it. We've basically hit around an hour and a half. It was fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on, Adam. It was a pleasure. Hopefully we can have you on again soon. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you boys.
That was great, honestly. We loved. I mean, I know we got a bit distracted with the matches and whatnot, so I do apologize for that. But there was a lot of games happening, and
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with the result for Liverpool, to be honest.
I said that to Benjy earlier. The first thing I sent to him today was like, "Oh no, I've forgotten about this." With the game being on, and it is kind of difficult when the games are on to sort of keep your focus all the time. But you know, I really enjoyed it. This was great fun, and you know, I always love jumping in a space with you guys as well. I can't always speak because it's normally like 11:45 or something like that, and everyone's asleep, so it's very difficult for me to chat.
Yeah.
But it's always good to jump in and have a listen. Just yeah, it's good. And what's good is that you know we'd have phases where people take over the mantle almost of FPL spaces, and I think you're doing that right now, Benjy. You are owning the FPL space
Well,
on
it's
X,
not just
and
me.
it's
It's also
good to see.
Kayman and Stark. They have been. It's us three together, like the joint thing. We've been doing super well. It's just something.
Well,
we've
respect
started
to
naturally.
all of you.
It's been great.
There's another super chat that says Captain Doku. Surely that takes precedent over everything.
Oh my
Yep, come on.
god, the Banks is pushing for it, eh? Well, then we have to give
I
Kayman his
veto.
veto back, eh?
Then, if you guys want to do it, I'll take it back. If you guys all want to do
Come
it, I'll
on.
take it back.
Spice it up.
I'll take it back then. If you guys all want to do
Super
it.
chats for the win.
All right, Banks will do it
Ain't
just
the
for you because you're a
15 cap.
Patreon member, Banks. Because you're a Patreon member, we love you. We'll do it.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Goku captaincy.
We'll do it. Hey,
Let's hope
Doku's got to
that.
deliver, man.
Let's hope that we
Doku's
get
gotta
that
deliver.
that Adam juice, that 20-point juice from him. That would be
Oh
fantastic.
my god, if we do.
It's coming.
Oh my god, if we
coming.
do.
It's coming.
Oh my god.
Doku benched. Bookmark it.
Benched. Oh my god.
Brother.
Comes on for 5 minutes.
Who is it?
Look
Bogle.
hard.
Bogle's his matchup, right? Oh my god, Bogle's in a tough day. And Daniel Falk doesn't
long-
do double ups either. Yeah, it's not bad. He gets some minutes, I think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out Kayman's YouTube, Stark's Twitter, of course, the Above Average FPL YouTube, link in the video description, and we'll speak to you in the next one, guys. Peace.